How much damage could a single city possibly cause? The answer is none, because they will all be deorged and capitulated in like 2 weeks. So come with me, the crocodile, and let's explore the most aneurysm-inducing part of Yav, the city-states. So before we talk about city-states, it's important to understand the why. And the answer to the why is this: masochism. Now that we understand the why you would play them, and why they even exist in the first place, it's time to go over all of them. Side note, not every one-state country is a city-state. Like Khmer, which is not a city-state, it's just a state. Another side note, I will be grading these city-states on the side, but this grading system does not indicate quality. It's a pain scale. Side note, since there will be a separate video about the Equestrian Civil War anyway, I'm not gonna count Vancouver, Las Pegasus or Baltimore today. So the first city-state reading from left to right is... Our town is the oldest city-state in the mod, and you can kind of tell, because this is it. If you somehow kill the country that the snake wants to class, you core that, and if you somehow also kill the main character of the big upcoming update, you get to core that as well. And this starts a nice little tradition with these insane city-state countries, where there is literally no point to winning other than doing it. The post-victory content here is literally just a button you can press for a name change, then another bigger button, and you're done. Well done. Fetzera, also known as go play Skyfall instead, or alternatively, go play Flowena instead, is a country that's not really a country as much as it is a Lego City Cops vs Romanians playthrough, and it has about as much depth as the average early 2000s Lego game. This is also like the third Dutch-speaking country in the mod, when one was more than enough, so in addition to everything else, it sounds like ongezelig. And if you still haven't decided to jump into the sea, you can also form France if you win. And I'm putting some pretty big air quotes here, because winning as Fetzera, or any of these countries really, would actually be closing the game and going outside, doing literally anything else. This is like forming France as Belgium if Belgium was a narco-state. What do you mean by if, crocodile? Whatever! Fetzera actually does have one special ability, and it's that you can form both Aquileia and Herzland. And if you start asking why again, look at this poor Fetzera developer who put in so much time, thought and effort into the flags of these formables, and that's the why. Flowena you might describe as the it has to get worse before it gets better country. And the layout of the focus tree would support this, with you actually debuffing yourself before fixing the city up and improving the situation. But in reality, your situation only gets worse, since you will still be playing Flowena. You can win as this country, but the prevailing question, once again hitting you like a train, will still be why? The why in this case is money. They will pay you. There are a lot of banks in this country. Also, you can form France. And for both of these city-states, what do you know, the reward for winning is you get to press the button, and voila, name change. And nothing else. At least as wine. Romau, aka what if Rome, but German. Aside from how completely and utterly deranged the very concept of this city is, it's actually not that bad. You get factories, forts, knights maybe. You have cores all around you, and if you get to Greffenheim, there are border conflicts. To get your cores and reach the Empire will be doing border conflicts. No war goals like the other Hearthstone countries that don't border the Empire, no, it's either the border conflicts or you break the law and manually justify, if you even can. That's the catch with this one, it's border conflicts. Romau still beats both of the French city-states because there's actually something to do after you press the button and get the name change. And if you manage to unite the continent as this Italian chick, there will be an election, and one of the candidates in this first pan-Griffonian election is in fact Archibald Dornfeather, which makes this the best city-state in the mod. It has a lot of great competition, I know. Archidoni being here also answers the question, so don't even ask. Freistaat Neutchimiau. Right. When I was looking at this disturbingly long list of city-states in the world of Yao, I initially considered our town or maybe Klugetown to be the most masochistic experiences. But now that I think about it, I have never even heard of anyone actually doing this scheisse. Like, I mean, alright, there are CPT countries and then there are the real CPT countries, where it's not even a sex thing, they're just torturing you. This is neither of them. Freistaat Neothimiau here might actually just be a biblical demon that manifested itself into the game files and the devs just left it there. To get this focus tree is deceivingly simple. You just have to click the button to surrender to the minotaurs when they come mooing at you. Then you get this, and I can't do this, guys. I can't actually play Freistaat Neothimiau. I can't pronounce it, and I genuinely cannot land on Asterion with this setup. Life is unironically too short to play this country. The question why is not relevant here, you just don't. Klugetown is somehow the only one without a focus tree, and apparently this city was actually in that Gen 5 show that this mod is based on. This would make it the Griffinstone of Severica, a bastion of official canon amidst a sea of made-up bullshit. And if you manage to beat 2 actual countries as this pony Mos Eisley ran by a rat, you will get to press the button, name change, and become a great power in 1020 or however long it takes you to do this. Why would you do this? Rat. Winggarden is the last item on our little list, thank the goddess. And because this is Equestria at War, this one has more content than all the previous ones combined. And because this is Equestria at War, it is not playable at game start. It becoming playable in the first place is dependent on having historical AI enabled and playing another country for at least 4 or 5 years before even getting the option to switch to it. And because this is Equestria at War, it is unfinished. Kind of. I'll be fair here. Only one of the 4 paths is unfinished, and it's the worst path, so whatever. But what is the best path? We've seen both of the good ones on this channel, but one of them has a bass boosted version of free trade, and the other calls the pizza country. And since this entire list is a list of countries that people use to test themselves, it's pretty obvious which path you should go. Land of the Mist, liebe drei